Welcome back to another episode of my Seattle Mariners franchise here on MLB The Show 25, where we are going to have the 2027 opening day in this episode to go along with, just kind of taking a look at the team. We'll go through spring training and kind of see who ends up making the roster. I have thought about contract extensions. I think at this point, not going to offer anybody anything, but you see, we are heading towards definitely kind of a changing of the guard here after this year. That's why it was so big and so important for us to win the World Series last year. We got 2 years left of team control here, or one more after this season with Kirby. This is a contract year for Logan Gilbert. He's gotten very expensive. Contract year for Luis Castillo. Contract year for Randy Arozarena. Same for Rengifo. Brash, still got a year of control on him. Still got a year of control on Rayleigh Winker. This is the last year for him here as well. Snyder, we got a couple of years left, but it's just kind of definitely some spots here coming up. Obviously my hope right now is to keep one of the Gilbert-Kirby combo. And maybe it's giving the extension to Kirby this offseason. Maybe it's giving one to Gilbert with the preparation of having Kirby walk after this year or after next year. But we do get some money coming off the books here with Luis Castillo after this year. We'll kind of just have to see how things play out. Right now I have no problem trying to bring back a Luis Rengifo and whatnot as well. But we're going to just simulate here through spring training. Don't plan on hopping into any games. I did just kind of take some practice swings with Brandon Lau, who is our big off-season signing. Yeah, I kind of want to get through spring training. Unfortunately, I have the custom game thing way too loose and low right now. So far, it looks like we're playing decently well, though. So let's just kind of look. We got 4 games left here, or 5 games left of spring training. We're currently at 10-13 in the spring. Rengifo is off to a dreadful start. Winker's killing it. Julio's doing okay. Raleigh not playing great. Brandon Lau is not off to a great start. Let's see, Luke Rayleigh's been good. Arozarena's been good. Crawford's been just okay. Cole Young, definitely glad we ended up bringing back Crawford and making the move for Lau. He does not seem to quite be ready with the bat. Riley Adams is now our backup catcher. Okay, what about what's going on in the bullpen? Trevor Gott's been outstanding. Emerson Hancock, he's definitely going to take a turn down. Snyder, he's been really good for us the past couple of years. He does have some options we could use. Morejon was a big off-season acquisition for us to try to balance out, get another lefty in the bullpen. So we'll have to see what we decide to do with him. Salcedo's already used all of his options. Munoz. So Salcedo and Spire have not been great. Brash has been okay. Snyder's getting chilled. Trevor Gott has been excellent, though, in his limited time. Nobody else down here is really playing. Just one last kind of look here. Harry Ford just continues to hit. I think he's going to be kind of the anomaly. I think we're going to send him down for one more year with kind of the plans of him being a big leaguer for us next year. But he hit pretty well last year and is off to a solid spring here. Kind of one of the few players. Obviously, spring training doesn't really matter. We're definitely going to have to make some decisions here with this bullpen. I probably should have not brought in a Morejon, but really felt like getting somebody I felt pretty solid about as a lefty. But we need to start sending some of these guys down. So we'll start off with starting pitchers. Emerson Hancock will go back down to AAA. Jimmy Joyce. Okay, we're going to send him down to AAA, at least for right now as well. Just kind of taking a look at the guys that... So Snyder has not been great, but has been good for us. He's not been good in spring training. He's been great for us past couple of years. Morejon, he was an offseason signing for us. He's been good. Want to keep him. Santos, what does he have? So we've used up all of his options. Spire's been way too good for us to send down. Maybe it's trading a Trent Thornton, who we signed late in the process for $3 million. He probably would make it through waivers. He seemed like kind of a guy, because Trevor Gott was better than him last year. And we have already used, you know what, we'll send Trevor Gott down for right now. Ooh. I'd imagine Thornton's going to be the same way. Trying to send him down. He was really good the first year, was not great last year, was okay in the postseason. But I think I'd rather have a bullpen. Let's see. This ain't good. Need to make sure. We'll go ahead and send Vargas and Taylor down. Where is Taylor? There he is. Either one of those guys are really big players for us. We'll send Ford down to AAA. Send Blake Hunt down to AA temporarily. Locklear down to AA. Shinton, we'll move him to AAA. Ryan Bliss is probably going to have to stay on the big league roster as a backup infielder, I would guess. Cole Young, just 26 at bats, but did not hit at all here in spring training. We'll send him back down to AAA. Dominique Canzone at this point. We'll send Samad Taylor back down to AAA. Caden Barlow or Canzone. I think we'll send Canzone. He has options. Okay, so we'll send him down to AAA as well. Puts us at 27. We have one more cut we're going to have to make here to get down to the 26-man roster. So Munoz and Brash are definites, which, by the way, we will take a look. As soon as we get the regular season started, we'll take a look at some of our top prospects and stuff as well. It's going to be kind of a longer first episode. Last year I did a spring training / regular season preview, but kind of just ready to get back into the flow of things here. Salcedo, we've used all of his options. Trevor Gott, he's got 5 years of big league experience, so we'd have to designate him for assignment. He did not pitch a ton for us last year, 32 innings in 13 games. It's been really good here. And Snyder, Morejon, Santos, Spire are pretty much the definites. I think Salcedo at this point I want to keep around as another lefty. Last year I felt like we just ended up having 2 lefties in the postseason, and I think that was a mistake on my part. I should have figured out some way to bring in Salcedo. But I think this comes down to Trevor Gott and Thornton. I think we can probably risk one of these guys. Trevor Gott was better, but it was in a much smaller sample size. I think we'll just out of curiosity, if I try to send him down, what does that mean? Okay, so it's the same thing. I think we're going to Trevor Gott, I think, is the guy for us. Thornton, I feel just fine with, kind of running that long reliever spot. Gott has barely pitched here for us. Or immediately removed from the 4-man roster. You have 7 days to trade them, place them outright, waivers, or release them. Let's just see if there's any trade of any decent thing that we can do here for Trevor Gott. Okay. Same thing for both of them. Okay. We traded for June 5th. You know what? We'll roll with it. Because even if we lost Gott, if it ended up being a Colin Selby is kind of the first guy out of the coming up. I think I'd be okay with that. Trevor Gott, he's a little bit older. Could certainly hit regression at any point. He's kind of at the age where that can happen. So, yeah, we'll designate him for assignment. That gives us 26 players. I think that gets us in compliance. Let's simulate to the regular season here. And we're actually going to start things off here against the Atlanta Braves, which is fun. Let's get our lineup and stuff set up the way that I want it. Kind of did in the last episode. Rayleigh is going to be playing right field for us. I'd rather have Burleson play first just with his speed, lesser defense. Rayleigh is rock solid from that aspect of things. So I think I'm okay running that for right now. Hold on one second. Trying to do something with my dog right quick. So Luke Rayleigh is going to be playing right field, better defense. Brought back a Rosarena. Obviously, we tried to sign a bunch of people here in the offseason. Went after Jazz Chisholm. He got an extra year from somebody. They ended up hurting us. Tried to go after Jonathan India. He signed for actually less years with the same money to somebody else. So we brought in Brandon Lau. Replaces Jorge Polanco as, to me, just a better version all around than Polanco. Similar arm strength, but he's a better fielder, much more accurate thrower. He's a power first hitter with a little bit better discipline. Hit 34 homers last year, 7 stolen bases, 757 OPS is down from what it was the year before. Hoping we get something here kind of in between this 293, 361 OP on base percentage, because I do think the rest of his bat is going to carry him. We're going to try out Julio here again back at the 3 spot. The big thing with Lau is that 91 clutch, so I wanted him to be kind of below Julio, who didn't have a great on-base percentage the last 2 years, but was great in the postseason. Cal Raleigh obviously was a MVP candidate for the majority of last year, had by far the best season of his career in total. 881 OPS out of a catcher. Rengifo, really good in the back half of last year, solid in the postseason. Jesse Winker was outstanding for us last year. Did struggle in the postseason, but I think keeping him up there at the top. Going to move Crawford to back down the lineup. Riley Adams is our backup catcher. Cade Marlowe as a defensive, speedy guy we could use off the bench in different situations. Ryan Bliss kind of becomes our, backup infielder again. He was solid as a backup guy. For the pitching rotation, Bryce Miller won the Cy Young for us last year. I want to reward him for all of his success by letting him be our opening day starter. All it does is move Kirby and Gilbert back down the lineup. Another big offseason move that we did this past year, this past offseason, was to give Brian Wu a big extension here through his age 32 season. Age 31 season. So we probably could have given him an additional year there, but Wu has been rock solid. I would feel perfectly fine if he ended up being like the number 3 in this rotation. Brought back the entire bullpen, of course, and then, of course, we did sign Adrian Morahan. Let's take a look at the top prospects. Jason Farley was a 4th-round pick for us last year, 18-year-old. Out of high school, has really sky-high potential. I think it's like 98 potential or something. 3-pitch mix, but he's just a 53 overall, so he's got a long way to go. Definitely some guys here. Forrest Stevenson, I really wanted to take in the 2nd round. He got picked before we could get there to him. Gary Valencia, at one point last year, was the number 2 prospect in all of baseball. He is a low 90s potential, already a 70 overall here at age 22. Definitely a guy I kind of see being a rotational fixture for us in the near future. We got Adrian Ramirez here as a top 20 player, our first pick that we ever had here, number 3 overall in this series. Obviously, he's got like 87, 88 potential, 78 overall, really hit well last year. Just trying to give him one last turn to kind of grow up. Eddie Matos, 1st-round pick we had in this past draft, upper 80s potential. Jim Flowers, another guy we selected in this past draft in round 2. Just a 59 overall, so it's going to take him a little while. But we drafted a bunch of pitchers in this past class. Jason Giordano here, 99-mile-an-hour fastball, so I'm sure he can touch 100. 21 years old, a kid out of college. We'll say he went to play for the Oregon Ducks out of their rotation. Terrence Henderson was a second-round draft pick for us as well. I think it was a comp pick. And, I mean, I think he's going to be the closer of the future. At 18 years old, I see him as a bullpen piece when he's like 20-ish for us, if he's not even the closer at that point in time. And then John Simon was okay last year. Definitely a power-first player for us in left field. Does have good speed, but he's not a good defender. Kind of a DH in the future kind of player. Cole Young, sitting back to AAA. The clock is now starting to tick because we had to add him to the 40-man. And then as we keep on scrolling, Colt Emerson did not hit well at Double-A last year. A good defender, solid potential. Needs to pick up the pace this year. Just kind of a crucial year for him in his development. Michael Arroyo gets listed below Emerson and Cole Young, but Arroyo has been the most consistent hitter of that trio up the middle that we have, but he's a low B potential kind of player. Martin Diaz was a third-round pick for us in year 1. See if he makes a move. Harry Ford, again, I think he's going to be a major league player for us as soon as next year. As soon as this year, I guess. Certainly potentially because he can play left field, but I kind of worry about where the bat would be right now. But that's kind of giving us the base here, and we're now ready, I think, to start off opening day here in 2027. We are the defending World Series champs. We're going to get things started here against Spencer Strider and the Atlanta Braves. Definitely excited. I think there's a good chance that we can be a great team again. We are technically improved based off of what we were last year. We were the 6th best team in baseball last year, ended up winning the World Series. This year we are ranked at 4th. Definitely excited to get things started. And again, we are going to throw Bryce Miller, even though he's a lower overall than Kirby and Gilbert. Bryce won the Cy Young last year, made his first All-Star appearance, a 1.93 ERA, went 20-4, was great in the postseason. Really, the entire pitching staff was. We're rolling with Thornton, Santos, Brash, Morejon, Snyder, Spire, Salcedo, and Munoz out of the bullpen. Let's get things rolling. We're going to try out Rengifo again at the top. Brandon Lauer, big offseason signing here for a couple of years. Going to be hitting in the 5th spot, which moves down Rayleigh a little bit. And then we got a Rosarena kind of smack in the middle of this lefty stretch we have here at the back end of the lineup. We'll see how things end up playing out, see what moves we end up making in the future. But welcome to the 2027 opening day for your defending World Series champion Seattle Mariners, 4-1 Philadelphia, the Phillies, in the World Series. Split the first 2. We won the last 3. Jorge Polanco was the big hero there at the end of there in Game 5, hit a go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 8th after Victor Robles, who has also departed, hit a game-tying home run in the bottom of the 7th. Ended up pushing us to a 5-4 win. World Series champions. We are here to get ready now for the 2027 opening day. And we got a really tough matchup here against a Braves team that's kind of sputtered here over the past couple of years. Did have a nice bounce-back rebound season from Ronald Acuna last year. Spencer Strider continues to be really good. Spencer Swellenbach is definitely on his way up. I know they made a signing or 2 this offseason of some significance as well. But Michael Harris has developed really well in this series. I believe this might be the last year of the Ozzie Albies era, depending if they're able to bring him back or not. But this is definitely a very fun matchup to start things off with. I would rather play like the Colorado Rockies. These are the projections that they are giving us for Rengifo and average. Actually, I have Harry Ford, who's not on the big league roster here at the top. They have no 30-homer guys, and they project Julio at a 5.4 WAR season. With us going 94 and 68, we went 99, won 99 games last year. So hopefully we at least can stay in that upper 90s. We have pretty easily won the division the past couple of years, and we are throwing out our 2026 Cy Young Award winner here on opening day. the foundational piece of this pitching staff. So we're going to get things started here. Michael Harris, rock solid last season, not quite as good as he was the year before. We are underway here in year 3, 2027 season. Definitely making some moves. Obviously, you guys kind of will get the format of how I do things. You see the full game. I don't do a bunch of ad cuts and not a bunch of big editing. Once we kind of get past opening day, it's mainly playing some critical situations. The occasional full game if I really think we have an exciting matchup. Or if we have like a really big series, we'll play like a big game of it. Typically, we play opening day, and this will probably be it. Oh, they signed Spencer Swellenbach. They got IKF. Jerson Profar still here. Ozzy Albies hitting at the bottom of the lineup. A lot of the similar players, but obviously getting a big power bat and Schwarber there certainly helps. Ronald Acuna as well. Here's IKF, who was rock solid last year. Already one down here in the first. That's going to be a base hit, though. Bryce Miller gives up his first one of the season, and Randy Arozarena misplays that out in left field. That would have been a borderline double maybe anyway, even if I took a better angle on that. But a double there for IKF to kind of get things rolling here for the Braves. That is his 1,000th career hit, too. Yeah, obviously you're not in panic mode. You know, if you don't lose, if you don't win game 1 here of the season, that will load. Nice block up there from Raleigh. Ronald Acuna, great last year. A big bounce back campaign from him. Was not tremendous the year before. Hit like 240. It was good last year. Obviously one of the most feared hitters in baseball here is Crawford, who we ended up signing for a 2-year deal. Meant to only give him 1. He kind of forced our hand with a second one. I was worried about Cole Young being ready, but we do have 2 outs. In and out here is Kyle Schwarber at the plate with a 1-1 count. I'm going to try to stay away from the fastballs. That is not a very well-placed sinker. Out away, though. Try to dunk this splitter below the zone. Get the strikeout. So it does give up the double there to IKF, but Miller ends up doing his job and gets out of the first inning with a scoreless frame. And now we get to face Spencer Strider. Was really good last year. I mean, a borderline Cy Young candidate there with a 2.87 ERA, 168 strikeouts. Gotten the walk rate down pretty significantly. Obviously throws extremely hard, and we have a 1-1 count here to Luis Rengifo, who did end up with a plus 700 OPS last year. That was a really low figure. I think it was like 600 as we were heading into August. 1-2 count. Get out of there. All I want from Rengifo is to be a solid on-base guy. Way to fight off a tough slider there. Hasn't hit us with the fastball yet. Could be coming here. Actually got the fastball. Still out in front of it, though. 2-2, but making him work. 7th pitch here of the first at bat for Rengifo of the season. That is going to be a weak fly ball. Got around on the fastball. Caught by Ronald Acuna out and right. Now we'll kind of take a look at the projections they have for us. Would love to see even a 264 average there from Julio. He has been sub 250 the past 2 years. Certainly Rayleigh at 235 would be on the lower end, or Arozarena, Crawford. Those would be some pretty low batting averages on the back part there of that lineup. Winker, 290 average, a 370 on base last year. Comes up now with a 2-2 count here against Strider.
Full count.
Good take, full count. So making Strider throw a bunch of pitches here in these initial at-bats. It'll be a walk for Jesse Winker. Good way for him to get the year off to a good start. Now it's Julio. Great postseason run. Kind of the story for Julio as he takes a dreadful swing there against the slider. Has been a great first half. Has really struggled after the All-Star break the past couple of years. Good take there, makes it 2-2. Strider's been all over the zone. Oh, that was a good pitch to hit. Julio got a slider, hung, Gets it out to Profar, though. Brings it in out in the left. That one didn't work out. Got a pitch to drive, but didn't. Now, Cal Raleigh, 881 OPS, 35 homers, 86 RBIs from the catcher spot. Had a down power year in year 1. Brought the power back in year 2 while still boosting up his average. Raleigh now with a 1-2 count against Strider. Make it a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Against Strider throw a bunch of pitches here in this first inning is great start.
3-2.
Good take. Back to a full count here again. Be the 24th pitch for Strider. Cal Raleigh kind of cranks this one out to left. Actually gets it out. So Cal Raleigh had 3 homers in the World Series. Gets his first home run of the season here against Spencer Strider in his first at-bat of the 2027 season. Hopefully a great sign of things to come. Hoping for another great campaign from Cal Raleigh. Gets us off to a great 2-0 start here in the bottom of the first inning. Just got a fastball, waited patiently, let it travel. Put a charge into it, just barely got enough of it. Might as well have been a 500-foot home run. And now here's Brandon Loud, our biggest off-season acquisition.
2 balls, 1
strike. A great hitter for this spot of the lineup, 757 OPS, 34 homers last year. We can find a way to increase his on-base percentage. That would be a big help. 2-1 count.
Ball.
Make it a 3-1. Strider's just not been able to consistently find the zone here at all in this one. 3-1. Lau wanted to drive the fastball there, but instead fouls it away. 3-2 count. Strider trying to get out of this inning finally. And instead, it'll be another walk. Spencer Strider just cannot consistently find the strike zone. 2 walks and giving up a home run in this inning. Brandon Lau does a nice job there. His first at bat of getting on. Should be a take. Yep. See if Rayleigh, who has had a great season last year, a great postseason run. Good pitch there. We'll make it 2-2. Outstanding in the postseason. Had a really good regular season. Strong finish to the 2025 regular season as well. And Rayleigh gets one to drive. Don't know if he quite got enough of it. Michael Harris chases it, grabs it at the wall. Rayleigh put a charge into that one, a lot more than I thought he was going to. This was almost a 4-0 lead for Seattle, but Harris shows off the outstanding defense he has in center. Rayleigh missed that one by about 4 feet of being a home run. Now we have Miller back on the mound going up against Austin Riley. Had a good year last year. Maybe not quite up to his level of awesomeness completely. Tougher play here for Crawford, but gets it over to first. Interested to see the first kind of outfield play that we get from Rayleigh out in right field. Kind of a note there at the bottom, Marcelo Zuna. Closing in on 400 career home runs. He hit 60 last year. Matt Olson a little bit farther down in the lineup today. Great sinker there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Olson still a fantastic player. He's going to get a strikeout. Bryce Miller rolling right now. Love to see that. Miller just dealing. It's early against a very good lineup, though. Good slider. Would like it a little bit lower. We'll try a sinker. See if we can dip it below on the inside here. Good piece of hitting. Sean Murphy blast that one. Out kind of into the right center gap. Julio able to gather it. Almost took a bad angle on that one again. Murphy gets things off. Good start. Now it's a 3-2 count against Profar. This is where this lineup can really get you because it's very deep. Burleson makes a good play there.
He's out.
Miller is able to get out of the inning. Has given up a hit each of the first 2, though. Now we're back out. Randy Arozarena got a $20 million deal to come back for 1 more year after a great career year. Another 2020 season for him. He was the playoff MVP as well. We decided to bring him back. 1-1 count here from Strider.
Ball 2.
Below the zone. Strider threw a bunch of pitches there in the first inning. He is currently already up to 38 through 35 in that first inning. Rosarena tried to just poke that one over to the right side. 2-2 count. Got the big fastball and slider combo that you can get hit with here.
The count's full.
Actually hit him with the curveball outside. It's another full count situation here for Seattle. That's a base hit. Should be a base hit. Yep. Rosarena really seems to have found a home, found a comfort level here in Seattle. It's a base hit. Now, J.P. Crawford had a really good regular season, worth over 3 wins. Struggled, though, in the postseason. But you know what you're getting from him defensively. You know the season-long stats are going to be solid.
We got full count.
Now it's a full count again here for Strider. I don't know that he gets through 4 innings at this rate. Crawford fouls away a tough fastball. That would have been probably called ball 4. That's a pitch to hit. Crawford ropes it down the right field line. Acuna's got a big arm. Crawford ends up getting a double there. If Acuna just throws that to second, he might throw Crawford out. We are having a really good start here for Seattle. 2 runners on here to open up the second inning. Good swing. Now you're at the bottom of the lineup here. Chance for it to rotate down. It's going to be a 1-2 count to Burleson. See if he can find a way to at least knock in a run here. Good take there. I think Strider's throwing too many curveballs. I don't think he's got good enough command for that here. Big fastball. Burleson misses it. Might have been a little early on that. That'll bring up Rengifo with a 1-1 count now. Sadie went around. It's going to be a 1-2 count. Cannot get the first 2 guys at second and third with nobody out and not tack on a run here. Rengifo's got to find a way. That'll do it. That'll actually score more than 1 as Crawford is going to score from second. Luis Rengifo getting things off to a better start than he did last year. Gets his first double and first 2 RBIs of the season. I think there's a good shot. Strider's going to have to get taken out of this one relatively soon. A 1-1 count here to Winker, who walked in his first at bat. High fastball, no reason to swing at that. Trying to be aggressive.
2 strikes.
And they ended up being way 2. 1-2 count, 1 out, runner at second.
2-2 the count.
Able to pull back. Almost got him to chase another high fastball, though. Got one to hit, and Winker drives it into the gap. It is not going to go out, obviously, but it'll be another double, the 3rd of this inning. It is a 5-0 lead for the defending World Series champions. We are just in the second inning as Spencer Strider gets 4 outs, gives up 5 runs in this outing. They are now going to bring up Lucas Sims is back. Okay, Lucas Sims is a former top prospect for the Braves. Ended up being a solid reliever for a couple of different teams around the league and is now getting an opportunity back in Atlanta. Don't know if he was here this past year. 82 games. Was really solid, though. Had 82 outings last year. Now it's a 1-1 count here to Julio. And Julio Rodriguez puts a drive into this one. 7-0 lead. Strider now gets tagged for his 6th run, only getting 4 outs. Julio with his first home run of the season. An absolute no-doubter there to center field. You could not have dreamed of a better start for Seattle. Absolutely smoked that baseball. Now it's Cal Raleigh, who already has his first homer of the season. Ooh, that was a big sweeper there. Golly. A lot of movement. Able to foul away a fastball. Had no business swinging that. Still a 1-2 count here for Raleigh. Ooh, Raleigh got a pitch to hit, fouls it away again. Crazy to face Spencer Strider here. Do the damage you do to him. Lucas Sims' first pitch to Julio gets hit out. Raleigh's got back-to-back fastballs in literally the same spot. Just a little behind on him. There we go. Went with the sweeper there. Raleigh with his first strikeout of the season. That is finally just the second out of the second inning. And Seattle is up 7-0. Brandon Lau up with a 1-1 count. Would like to get him off to a great start as well.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Got a walk in his first at bat as a Mariner. Signed for a nice deal here as well. $18 million, I believe it was, over 2 years. Just recorded that episode yesterday, and I'm already kind of forgetting. $18.3 million for each of the next 2 seasons. Solid deal for who I think is going to be a great player for us. 3-1 count. Wow, fouls that one away. I like Lau's swing. I think I'm going to be able to hit well with him as well. Full count here. Trying to extend this second inning. Fouls that one away. It's a good cutter. 3-2. The Braves get out of this second inning. Not quite yet. He's got a really quick swing. Tends to be something I work well with. That was definitely a cutter to drive. Just a little out in front of everything right now. 3-2. Wow, really making Lucas Sims work here in this at bat. Got him with the curveball there. Brandon Lau still looking for his first hit. But another big inning there, scoring 5 runs for them coming off of Strider. Now you see Atlanta projected at 93-69 this year. See Ozzie Albies. Bryce Miller delivers.
Nope, that's off the plate.
That
Ball
one goes
2.
wide. Good splitter there. 2-2.
Count's full.
Full count now. We'll try to backdoor the slider maybe. If we end up walking all Ozzie, I'm okay with it.
Nope,
Good
that's
take.
ball 4.
Okay.
Take your base.
This is now the 3rd inning here for Miller. He's given up a base runner in every inning so far. You're back up to the top of the lineup, including Michael Harris, who is very tough to double up. Not a great sinker, but we'll take
1 ball,
the result.
2 strikes.
1-2 count.
3.
Get a swing and a miss there for Harris. Bryce Miller's 3rd strikeout. Now it's IKF, hit a double in his first at bat. 1-1 count.
2 balls.
Big
1
slider
strike.
there. Can't get it to do what he wants it to do. Fastball.
Nope, that's foul.
Foul. Not a bad splitter. Looking for the strikeout here. That is going to be another base hit there for IKF. Going to be another double. Do they send Ozzie? They do. Nope. They end up holding him. Bryce Miller running into a little bit of trouble here. These are 2 of the better offenses in all of baseball, with pitchers still not being completely warmed up. That's just a good piece of hitting. That's not a terrible slider or anything. But now it's Ronnie.
2 balls.
take.
1 strike.
Not want to throw Ronnie a fastball. Ooh, got the chase there on the splitter.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
Now I think I'm okay maybe trying that fastball up and in. Got him to swing and miss. Away, away, away. You come back up with the fastball. 4th strikeout for Miller. He is trying to get out of this inning. It comes down to Kyle Schwarber. That ball is scorched. Luke Raley's first tough play out in right field, and Raley runs it down. I think we have made the right decision to move him out to right. Luke Raley makes the good play. Gets to come back up. The 2-1 count. Just missed a home run by about 5 feet in his first at-bat of the season. Nice, good sweeper. Great sweeper, actually. 2-2 count now. Gonna roll that one over to second. Ozzie over to first. Gets him out. One down quickly. Now it's a 2-1 count for Rosarena. Got a single in his first at bat. Started off that big second inning. Almost made it back around to him. Oh, great cutter.
2-2 the count.
2-2. Now they're getting Dylan Lee warmed up. Makes sense. A lot of lefties in this lineup. Got a pitch to hit. Fouls it away. Two. Lucas Sims got like a sneaky fastball. Almost got that one by me. 2-2. Fouls away. A tough cutter. That probably gets called a strike. I'm okay with that swing. 2-2. Yet again.
3-2.
Whew, tough sweeper there. Randy's able to hold off on it. Makes it a full count. He has seen a full count each of his first 2 at-bats of the season. Good sweeper. Fouls it away. Really making these Atlanta pitchers throw a lot. And a great start for Seattle. Almost got that fastball by him. It's a fastball to hit. Just a little late. Tried to turn on that one, and he is going to find a base hit. Rosarena is 2 for 2 to start the season. He does this all day. He'll definitely be worth the $20 million price tag he cost us this offseason. That's a 1-1 count for Crawford. Hit a double in his first at-bat of the season.
2-1.
A 2-1 count. Lucas Sims throws a bunch of off-speed. We're going to send a Rosarena, see if he can get his first stolen base of the season here.
Runner.
He is off. Got a good jump. It's going to be a strike, but a Rosarena gets the first stolen base for Seattle this year. And his first, of course, of the season as well. Come on, JP. Good pitch there. Big curveball. Sims has a bunch of movement on his stuff. Now it's Burleson, a 727 OPS, 6 homers last year as a part-time role. Kind of ended up being a starter the last month of the season, most of the postseason. An opportunity to get an RBI here.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one is away. Came up with runners in scoring position his last at bat and struck out. Got one to hit. That one's going to sneak through. Ronnie's got a big arm, though. We're not going to test that with a Rosarena. He'd have been out by 30 feet. Burleson at least does his part. Gets a base hit. Extends it. Now it's Luis Rengifo. Had a 2 RBI double in his last at bat. Comes up again with runners in scoring position. That is a big curveball. Well inside. 1-2 count. That one well inside. We're going to bring, going to take a Rosarena back. Burleson does end up moving up to second. Got a little worried. Now there's 2 runners on. Rengifo with a chance. Knock in a couple more runs. Got a fastball to mash. Just a little out in front of it, though. Find the gap. He's going to smoke this one out to the left. I don't know if he got it far enough. Profar goes back and gets it. So the score holds 7-0 for Seattle. Now in the heart of this lineup again. See if Bryce Miller can get another scoreless. Got a big shift on, of course. Good splitter, he fouls it away. We'll try to go back outside now. Another strikeout for Miller. 5th of the game. This could not, at least through 3 innings, 3 1/3 in total, this could not have gone any better as a start for Seattle. Overall, the offense has looked great. Bryce Miller has kind of gotten himself into some trouble, but has pitched around it. Base hit back up the middle. Crawford right in the right spot, though.
Got him.
2 outs here in the 4th. Miller's right now doing a nice job of maintaining his pitch counts.
Ball
That one's
2.
low. He had 2-1 count.
Yeah.
With a slider in a bad spot, but Murphy
2 balls,
way out
2
in front
strikes.
of it. Can get this fastball by him.
Count full.
Full count. Miller has allowed at least 1 base runner in every inning. Can he make it through the 4th clean? He does. Hung the slider. Neither one of them were actually in great spots, but it works out. Miller gets through 4. Lucas Sims still out there for the Braves. That ball is smoked. Foul. Okay. And gonna get that one shot. That one's gonna go foul too. Just missed the home run on that sweeper on that first pitch. That ball still drilled. Winker might have gotten enough of this one, and he did. Winker with a perfect start here so far this season. A walk, a double, a home run, his first 3 at-bats. I don't know how we don't make a play to bring Winker back. He's been too good. He's been too consistent. Off to another great start, it looks like. He was scorched earth the first 2 months of the season last year, and then was just really good the rest of the way. Now it's Julio, who has already hit a home run as well off of Lucas Sims.
Ball.
Good eye, 2-1 count. Big thing for Julio is you feel like he is pressed at the plate the second half of these past 2 years. He was an MVP front runner through the first half of the 2025 season. Ranked 3rd heading into July that year. Just kind of sputtered in the second half. But now they've got a World Series title. He got people around him to really help out. Maybe he can flow a little bit easier. Get better pitches to hit.
Full count.
Be more patient. 3-2 count now for him coming up after a good take on the fastball. But that was a bad swing. Should have been ball 4. Got him to chase the incredibly high heat. Now it's back up to Cal Raleigh. On pace to hit about 350 home runs this season.
That's ball 2.
Going to be a 2-1 count. The Mariners up 8-0 here on opening day. Really, really fun start so far anyway. And Raleigh hits that one 700 miles into the air. Missed a pitch there. Could have definitely been his 2nd home run of the season. Now Brandon Lau still looking for his first hit as a Mariner. Has drawn a walk, struck out in his last at bat, and it's a 1-1 count for him.
Nope, that's
Make
a ball.
it a 2-1 count. Slider could not get back
2
across.
balls, 1 strike.
Had to figure that this is probably the last batter here for Sims. A bad pitch to swing at. Good sweeper though. 2-2 count. That time got the down the middle fastball. Well out in front of it though. 2-2 again. Try to get that one just back up the middle. Tough pitch to hit.
He's
Got
out.
a little too far out in front of it though. So clean inning. And once you got past Jesse Winker, who gave the Mariners an 8-0 lead. Now the bottom, and still in the bottom 3rd of the lineup here for Miller, will have to
That's
certainly
Bolton.
face Michael Harris. And he has gotten into some trouble pretty much every inning. Rengifo, good jump there. It's Profar out. Now it's Ozzy Albies. I think this is the last year of his deal.
Strike two.
If I'm not mistaken. Let's go take a look at that. Just out of curiosity. This is the last year of man, when the Braves signed him, they got a fantastic deal out of that. They have paid him almost nothing in comparison to what his value has largely been in his time in Atlanta. Got to strike out, Raleigh. Got to make the throw to first.
Oh.
Yeah, Miller's definitely settled in. It's been a really good opening day start for him. Obviously, with this lineup, things can kind of implode quickly, but he's been really good.
2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
A 1-2 count here to Harris. Gonna try to just throw the fastball by him. He doesn't chase.
2-2 the count.
2-2. Come on, Bryce.
The count is full.
Tough takes. Got him to chase that splitter, though. Rengifo over to first. Miller gets through the 5th cleanly. Now we'll just see how much longer he ends up pitching. Dylan Lee is finally coming out here for the Braves. Started off here. Gets a lot of the lefty part of this lineup. Luke Raley here gets us rolling. Good slider. Ended up being lower than what I thought it was going to be. I'm glad I didn't swing. Best you probably roll that over. Good pitch. Good slider. Good back-to-back sliders there from Dylan Lee. End up getting Luke Raley to strike out. Now it's a Rosarena. 2 for 2. Got a run and a stolen base today. Baltimore is projected to win the AL East by 10 games. Detroit is projected to win the AL Central. We already know we're projected by 18 games over Houston. Golly. Okay. 2-2 count here to a Rosarena. It's a good pitch. He didn't get the call, though. Okay. Atlanta projected to win a tight AL or NL East.
3.
Got the strikeout there. Chicago picked to win the NL Central. It's a great pitch.
The batter number 4, shortstop.
And the Dodgers projected to win the NL West. 1-1 count here for Crawford. Now it's a 1-2. Sliders to lefties from a lefty. Give us problems.
Ball
Take
2.
there.
2-2 the count.
Come on, JP. Let's get us another hit today. Nope. Got under that one, assuming it doesn't just find grass somehow. Harris over to it, though. Brings it in. Good inning of work there from Dylan Lee. You see the pitcher comparison. There was no comparison, at least today. Bryce Miller has largely looked like the Cy Young winner from last year that we were thankful to give the big extension to. Spencer Strider ended up just getting 4 outs, gave up 6 runs. Now we are rolling here again with Miller. Try to get through 6 with him.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
I think this is what we'll do. First, if he gives up a hit, we'll be done with him in this inning, or if he lets up a base runner.
That's ball 3.
Miller might
3
have
balls,
lost it
1
here.
strike.
It's a little tired. Yep,
That's ball
that'll be a
4.
walk.
Take your base.
Thornton's probably not warmed up, so we'll give him one more. Miller one more at bat. It's a tough one, though. Ronald Acuna does come up. Not a good spot there for the slider. Seems to just be losing a little bit of his command.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
We'll be close to 100 pitches, right at 100 pitches now.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
All of a sudden, it just kind of falls apart on you. God, Ronald Acuna swing. It should have been another ball there. But I hate the strikeout there from Kirby. Now it's Schwartz. That ball is scores. That'll be it there for Miller. Julio gets over that one quickly, but Bryce Miller's going to leave after 5 1/3 with 2 runners on. Still holding an 8-0 lead, but we'll bring in Trent Thornton, who we decided to keep instead of Trevor Gott here in the rotation. Had a 4.26 ERA last year. 63 innings, though. If we can get some value out of him here, I'd allow these runs to score. Great sweeper to start things off. Try to go to the fastball there. I think Rosarena's going to get to that one. He does. You're now 1 out away from getting through the 6th. Keeping the shutout going. We come down to Matt Olson, 236 average last year. Hit this one over to second. Brandon Lau does not pick it up. That'll be an error. Okay. D4 for Brandon Lau. This inning, you're 1 pitch away from this all of a sudden being a 4-run game again. That one might score some runs, or Rosarena's not going to track it down. That'll knock in 2 as Thornton gives up a double. No runs in this inning, should have scored. That sweeper swept right into the sweet spot there for Murphy. 8-2 game. Big sinker there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Come on, get a chase. Got the strikeout. So the error there from Lau, along with just a walk and a hard hit, base hit from Schwarber, kind of let that inning elongate. Ended up being 2-run score for Atlanta. Burleson just laid on that. Still a 6-run lead for Seattle. I would guess neither one of those runs end up being earned because of that error with 2 outs, at least from Miller. So it does still hold a 0 ERA. 1-1 count here to Rengifo. Turned on that one. I don't know if it's going to get down. It does not. Always take the hard hit pitches. Jesse Winker, a home run, a double, and a walk. His first 3 at-bats of the season. Hits lefties just as well as anything else. Fouls that one away. 1-2.
2-2 count.
See if we can get Julio up in this inning. Late on the slider. All right. It's a quick inning of work there from Dylan Lee. I think we'll go ahead and get Morejon up and moving. Thornton can definitely throw another inning here as long as it's pretty quick. And I think that the big ended up not working out there. Big shift from the outfielders there. Ozzie ends up finding, did not really hit that ball hard, but hit it in a good spot. The Mariners have 13 top 100 prospects, and they have the top rated farm system in baseball. Good to see that. All right, now you're back up to the top of the order. Come on. Back up the middle. Thornton cannot grab it. See if they end up sending Ozzie. They do not. First 2 runners reach. I think you're in a bad spot here. Come on.
Hey.
Good sweep. IKF's got a really good clutch. Is that sinker away?
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2. Let's go to the curveball here. Got him to hit that one. Burleson. Crawford.
He's out.
Burleson.
He's out.
Double play there. But a run does score, so it's an 8-3 game. IKF does not get the RBIs out of that, though. His base is empty for Acuna.
Hey.
Swings out a great sweeper
1 ball,
there.
2 strikes.
Good curveball. Brandon Lau makes a good play over to first, and he's able to throw out Ronald Acuna. So they get a run, so it's an 8-3 game. Emilio Pajan now.
Number 15.
Pagan, excuse me. out there. Julio at the plate, 1-1 count.
Hey!
Good splitter.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So a cutter splitter fastball for Emilio Pagan.
3!
Got him to strike out. Being too aggressive with Julio. Got to calm it back down. Al Raleigh. Still on pace to hit home run every 3 at-bats this season. Pretty solid.
Ball! That pitch is
Good eye
out.
there, 2-1 count. Kind of getting into a spot. You need to be careful here. Schwarber really hits lefties better than he does anything else. We'll get Adrian Marhon ready. I want to try him out. Seattle kind of needs to score another run or two here. Atlanta's starting to get rolling here these past couple of innings. 2-1 count here to Raleigh.
Hey!
No reason to swing at that fastball.
2-2 the
Being
count.
too aggressive and was super late on it at the same time. 2-2 count.
We got a full
Good
count.
take there. 3-2. That's a gutsy take. Could have easily been called a strike. Full count here for Raleigh.
Hey!
Got a splitter down the middle, and he is just out in front of it. Good pitch.
Now back, second baseman, Brandon. Wow.
Brandon Lau still looking for his first hit here for Seattle. 1-1 count here from Emilio.
Ball
2-1.
inside.
He's worked good at bats. At least say that. Seen a bunch of pitches. Let's have a walk.
Ball
Good
inside.
take there. Now it's 3-1. They can throw you something you can swing at and hit. Come on. That ball is scorched. Brandon Lau's on the board with his first hit of the 2027 season. Scorched that baseball. 118 off the bat. That'll be about as hard a hit baseball as you'll see from a Seattle Mariner this year. Raley.
Yeah!
Dew swings through a cutter.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2. Got one to scorch. Grabbed over there. So Pagan ends up getting through the inning. Now we are going to see Adrian Morejon. We brought in this offseason to a 2-year deal. 4.13 ERA. He's had an ERA right about that 4 to 4.2 mark the past 2 years. This gives us a lefty. See if he can get through Schwarber. Really just kind of wanted to see what he felt like. Got 2 big lefties in this inning. See how he dealt with that. Schwarber
2
crushes
balls,
lefties.
1 strike.
This would not be the move I would make if this was a big-time, like, postseason World Series spot.
2
I
balls.
want to see what we're
2
working
strikes.
with here. 2-2 count. Go back to that slider. Come on, Morejon. It's a good piece of hitting. Schwarber's done some damage today. 2 hits, almost hit a home run or at least a double earlier. Raley made a good play on. So 1-2 to Austin Riley. Just in case this inning does spiral out of control because of my choice to put him in there. Big spot. We'll get Snyder and Spire up. Went back to the sinker. Left that in a bad spot. Threw it 98 though. Seems to be a little pumped up here for his first opportunity with Seattle.
2-2 the count.
2-2 now to Austin Riley. Try this splitter. Come on. Splitter's in a bad spot. Adrian Morejon has faced 2 batters, giving up a hit, and now gives up a home run to Austin Riley, and this is suddenly a 3-run lead for Seattle. The error from Brandon Lau is really starting to kind of loom deep because that ended up leading to 2 runs.
Hey!
Directly following a good
1
slider
ball,
there,
2
though.
strikes.
See if Morejon can settle in. It's a big strikeout there, so now it's bounced back there against Olsen. Now it's Sean Murphy at the plate. Already 2 hits today, including a 2 RBI double. Decent sinker going back to the splitter now.
3.
Got a strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts from Mulholland. So this is kind of the upside that you do have with him. Kind of seeing the good and the bad here. This will be the last batter here regardless for Mulholland, I think, at this point.
Ball.
We'll get Munoz ready to close things out in the 9th. Ball is hit down. It's going to be a base hit. That's just tough luck right here. Come on, Rayleigh. And he throw out Profar. He's got a good arm, and it's going to end up working out anyway. Kind of fumble the ball out and right. And Rayleigh's got a good arm out there. Able to throw out Profar. Austin Riley with a 2-run homer does make this a 3-run lead. Now it's Amir Garrett with his big fastball out. Barely pitched. Actually, this is the first time he's been up since the 2024 season. It's kind of crazy. What does he? That's weird. Coming up in a, not a huge spot. Yeah, he has not pitched in the majors since he threw 5 innings in 2024. He's down to a 68 overall. Okay. We'll put Snyder down. Get Munoz up, scheduled to put in. If we tackle on a run, we'll switch that up. But Amir Garrett, still a pretty big fastball slider combo guy. 96 there from the left side. Got a couple of lefties here after our Rosarena as well. Rosarena just late on a slider to drill. Fly this one out to center. Okay. J.P. Crawford.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1 count. That ball is scored, so it'll be the second base hit for Crawford. 112 off the bat. Freddie Freeman closing in on 400 career home runs. Down to 10. I really like the opening day, the little news stuff you get at the bottom if you can look at it. Manny Machado's next home run will be his 400th. I like the projections, and I like kind of seeing how close guys around the league are to different things. Bogart's 16 hits away from 2,000 as Burleson fouls that one away. Good slider. Burleson with a tough strikeout. And now is going to come down to Luis Rengifo. 1 for 4 day with a 2 RBI doubles. Hit the ball hard. And 2 of his 3 outs, though. That's going to be, find some grass. That'll be another hit. Going to send Crawford over to third. So they do a nice job there of extending the inning. Rengifo with a 2-hit start to the regular season. We'll take that all day. Now it's Jesse Winkers, 2 for 3, a home run, a double, a score, and a walk. Has scored 3 times today. Swinging a hot bat to start the season. Good slider there. Going to make it 1-2. A little out in front of
1
that
ball,
one.
2 strikes.
1-2. Late on the fastball. 2-seamer. Good pitch. Almost falls, though. Profar makes a nice play out there. So the Mariners are holding a 3-run lead. Andres Munoz never gave up a run in the postseason last year. A 1.14 ERA. He does not get hurt for last year. He might have been the reliever of the year. He was that outstanding for us. Only blew 2 saves. Gets the 9-1-2 hitter. Going to try to not let this get to Acuna. Rengifo. Nice play to start us off. Great scoop over there from Burleson as well. 1 out. Now it's Harris. Fastball 99. Got him to swing through it.
2 strikes.
Go back to the sinker.
2
Doesn't
balls,
chase.
2 strikes.
Good fastball. He fouls it away. Good piece of hitting. Slider in a bad spot. Harris thankfully just fouls it away. Sinker in a bad spot. Thankfully he fouls it away. Go back to the fastball low. Fastball in a bad spot, fouls it away. Munoz a little jacked here early. Great sinker. Gets the strikeout. Now this comes down to IKF. See if he can at least bring up Acuna with Schwarber, then behind Acuna. Hanging slider.
2 strikes.
Gets it by him. Got him to chase. The strikeout there for Munoz. And the Mariners jump out to an 8-0 lead. The Braves battle back to make it an 8-5 game. But Munoz ends up shutting the door. 3 up, 3 down there in the ninth. Yeah. Really and truly, like, you had the error for Brandon Lau. The bullpen was not tremendous. Adrian Morejon gives up the 2-run homer to Austin Riley. Thornton kind of has his struggles as well. But there are a lot of positives to take away. Got off to really good starts from your top 4 hitters. Julio and Raleigh each go deep. Winker with a really nice first game. Crawford with a couple of hits. Rengifo with a couple of hits. I mean, Raley was the only guy who went 0 for 4, and he was 5 feet away from hitting a home run himself. But yeah, 2 hits from Rengifo, 2 hits from Winker, 2 from Arozarena and Crawford. You got home runs, each of them being of the 2-run variety from Julio and from Raleigh. Winker hit a home run as well himself. Brandon Lowe gets a hit in his Seattle Mariners debut with a walk. Only walked twice, but picked up 12 total hits. Bryce Miller ends up throwing 5 1/3 with no earned runs allowed with the Brandon Lau error there at second. It should have gotten us out of that 6th inning. 5 1/3. Gave up some base runners for sure. Kind of pitched around trouble. Probably left him in there, you know, a couple of batters too long, but striking out 8. Still a 0-0 ERA. Morejon was kind of the big struggle. Did get a couple of nice strikeouts. We put him in a tough spot, though. I really wanted to try him out against Schwarber, Riley, Olsen, that big trio. So not a good look because, you know, it's a tough spot. I did it intentionally. But Schwarber really hits lefties, got a base hit. Austin Riley really hits lefties, got a home run. But then he bounced back pretty strong right after that. Got out 3 of the next 4 guys he faced. Andres Munoz was great. Thornton, I feel like, was okay. Wasn't perfect, but wasn't awful either. But yeah, jumped out to that big lead. Obviously, we're up 7-0 after the 2nd inning. We ended up tagging 1 more on there in the 4th. That was the Winker home run. Then we kind of didn't do necessarily great after that. But that is going to do it here for the first episode for year 3. The 2027 season is underway. We get a 3-run win to get things going. And, yeah, the next time I see you, we will be kind of going through another couple of series here. I don't know how much I end up maybe wanting to play like the Dodgers. It's a pretty fun start. Maybe we spend a little bit more time maybe doing some player lock stuff here early in the year to kind of get a better feel for Brandon Lau maybe. But, yeah, definitely interesting here. I mean, maybe I decide to take a leap of faith and do play this another start here for Bryce Miller against Shohei Ohtani, but I'll kind of make that decision. Maybe we play a full game. Maybe it's just a longer 2nd episode as we'll get to scouting and everything, and maybe we jump through like the middle of April and then really kind of get back to our rhythm of pushing through. But we'll kind of see how things go. No set in stone plan, but really would not mind facing Shohei. I think that would be cool. We faced Yamamoto last year, and it did not work out for us very well. But yeah, that'll do it here. This is the 2027 opening day. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content, like and subscribe. We got a College Football 26 Dynasty that'll be starting out there on early release. So that's coming up here very soon. I do have an Atlanta Hawks franchise and NBA 2K25 on the channel as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time.